Welcome back to Hardcore Primal Fear. It is the morning of day 93 now, and we are still alive. Haha! I hope you all are ready because today, this final episode is gonna be packed with all of the big boys. So get ready. Oh, look at that! It's a Fable Terrazino. Where were you when I were looking for you back on day 25, huh? Now with that out of the way, let's get to battling Skynet. I said I was saving that for another time. This is that time. Bring on the mechanical monstrosity. The one thing I gotta do is not make that mistake I made back with Nova. I can't be healing bosses at this time, it's too late for that. Now that Skynet is down, I shouldn't be seeing any more bombs in my yard. The infrastructure is already terrible as it is. I got a nice little blueprint to craft my own Skynet if I so choose to, but it's gonna be so expensive I probably won't have the time to do it. After the battle, I noticed one of my Primal Tech force fields were missing, so the next day I went back to replace it and almost got destroyed by a Primal Tech Rex. And I never knew that Primal Tech creatures were extremely resistant to gunfire. But he ain't stand a chance against an infernal skeletonized Tyrannosaur. I got to place back down another Primal Tech force field, but I don't think the layout's the same as it was before. I spent the rest of day 94 mining up some metal. I'm not sure why, I don't think I'll need it. And I might need more blood for more origin tributes, I'm not sure at this point. Day 95 was the day I stepped into tier 6 boss territory, starting with the Fire Colossus. Run. Run. What? Oh, did I get in here? Run! Ah. Yes, I'm trying to keep my distance because I'm pretty sure these guys can actually kill you as a rider. And that would be extremely terrible if it was to happen now. That battle took all day, and guess what? That's just one. I got 7 more to battle. You know we gotta test out the Primal Flame rockets. Come on now, we can't not test it out. It's rockets that causes a lot of burn damage. Explosion plus fire equals nice time. Today was also the day I stood my ground against the Caustic Colossus. And now I have 2 Colossuses down, 6 more still to go. Immediately when I got back home, I started the battle against those 160 origins I had crafted up the summons for before. I think at this point I can safely say I fought over 500 origin bosses already. After heading back here to get some more souls again, I was crafting up the remaining tier 5 boss summons that I would need. A minor miscalculation led to me having to fight even more origin bosses. And to be safe, on day 99 I fought 10 of each origin boss. And something unfortunate happened. One of the origin wyverns saw what was coming and just flew away. Now I got a rogue origin wyvern just flying about on the map and I don't know where it is now. The next day, day 100, I had to fight some tier 3 bosses so that I can then get the stuff to craft the remaining tier 5 summons. And I know it's day 100 already, but it ain't over till it's over. I went back to Monster Island to stock up on the souls again because I'll need it for the next few bosses. Which brings us to day 102, where I have to battle 8 Novas and 8 Pickons. After defeating 8 Novas that day, I went to the real battlefield that night to battle 8 Pickons. Of course, not at the same time, that would be possibly world ending. But the Pickon battle itself is usually very weird. Either he fights you the entire time, or he flees the entire time. I had to chase this guy around all night with this slow house Rex. Just get your butt back here, please. After chasing the guy around all night, I finally got him to attack me in the morning. Now it's time for me to flee. And because that giant orb that it launches does percentage damage, I lost an infernal skeletonized Rex, which was, absolutely perfect. Because it falls right into my master plan. I finally got to take down the creator. Now I gotta do it 7 more times. Oh look, the guy is fleeing. No, that's another day I'm gonna have to spend chasing him around again, I'm sure. Would you like to make a guess as to what's about to happen here? No? Alright, I'm gonna tell you. In fact, I'm just gonna show you. That is right, fellas. It despawned. You know what that means? Time to do all of the tier 3 bosses again just to craft another one. Awesome. This game is not real. Right. Hopefully this one I craft now ain't gonna despawn on me again. Or flee for 64 years. And it's back to the battlefield again. Hopefully for real this time. This one was too high in the sky, so I had to fight it using only the lightning strikes. This version of Pickon decided to fight back right away, which made the battle end a lot faster than all of the ones before, because 99% of those battles were either me waiting or chasing it down. I'm glad I didn't have to do that for a change. Back to chasing the guy down again. Oh, there he goes. Where was it going? What? Who knew that 95% of a boss battle was you chasing down the boss? And I have to do this like 3 times again. And Pickon eggs are hatching in the sky. I don't even want to know. This Pickon seemed to be stuck between a Primal Tech force field and a hard place. Oh well, it's dead. And now that I have taken out the last and the final Pickon the Creator tier 5 boss, I really don't want to have to fight this guy again. Needing a few more souls to get those boss summons crafted up, I am here again on Monster Island on day 105. Then I crafted up the final tier 6 boss summons as I await for the sun to rise on the morning of day 106. It is day 106 now and I have myself a Nova and 6 Colossus bosses to battle. There is no time to waste. This is what the boss army is looking like. 2 Infernal Rexes and 1 Nova the Destroyer. And let's go. The reason I needed to defeat each Colossus twice is because each of their medals is required for each of the tier 7 bosses, and there are 2 of them. I also crafted up a bunch of primal ice rockets and a primal electric rockets, because I want to test something again. And if you know what I'm thinking, there's a bit of cheesing that might occur. Some might call it nacho cheese. I'm calling it cheddar, baby. I have no idea what that means, by the way. I needed to come back here one last time for literally 2 artifacts. Yeah, just 2. And there it is. The final tier 7 bosses. Both of them. Can I pull it off? There's only one way to find out. I also want to get some more of these treats because this time around they were working. And let's get this show on the road. We have 2 tier 7 bosses to take down and they ain't gonna take down themselves. That's the same port. I'm teleporting myself to where I already am. And in 3, 2, 1, let's go. What I wanted to check was, do the primal elemental rockets affect the tier 7 bosses? What's gonna happen if I do that? Well, it's probably damaging the guy. Damage numbers is off, so I don't really know. But it's not freezing the guy, so this is useless against him. And about the electric rockets, which is supposed to stun targets, it ain't stunning him, but it's stunning everything else. I can't have that happening. So the primal elemental rockets ain't useful against this tier 7 boss. Also, recent updates to the Primal Fear mod collection added hit caps to all of Primal Fear's tiered bosses. So if you're wondering why a lot of your damage is missing when you're battling any of the tiered bosses, it's because of that. And the hit cap is stricter with higher dino levels. So if I was to cap the dino levels at level 600, for example, it would take like about 50 times longer to actually defeat any of the bosses. We don't want that, mate. We don't want that. This battle went on into the next day because, you know, hit caps. So maybe it's time to control Nova and destroy the son of a beach. And with Picon's Revenge taken down, there's only one more tier 7 boss that stands in my way. The thing about the tier 7 boss, Nova's Revenge, is that it's a 2-phase boss battle, and the second phase cannot take damage from tamed Novas. So Nova is gonna be pretty much useless for the second phase of this battle. And now it is time for the big one. Also, these Primal Tech force fields are all gonna get destroyed. They're useless against any kind of Nova. Okay. Yep, the Primal Tech force fields are all gone. You see how much stuff is going on the screen right now? I can't see anything really, and I got literally no idea what's going on right about now. But it is time to test the Primal Elemental Rockets. Do they help against this behemoth? And it turns out that the Primal Electric Rockets stuns this tier 7 boss, which is awesome. Time to get the cheddar going. The Ice Rockets turned out to be useless though, so I ain't gonna be using that. There's a new saying in town: one Primal Electric Rocket a day keeps Nova's Revenge at bay. Well, there is phase 1 done. I have no idea if these rockets are gonna work for phase 2. Hey, it's phase 2! Let's see if those rockets work. And it does! I told you, cheddar cheese, baby. Cheddar cheese. In this second phase of the battle, I am doing a lot less damage because the Nova, again, cannot damage this God of Destruction phase. So it's only the Rex doing damage, and these rockets. And with the God of Destruction finally taken down, I can tell you I have truly become primal with this adventure. And now that I know that someone's actually looking at me and taking note of every step I make, this clearly ain't over. There's something brewing somewhere in some dark corner of the universe, and I'm gonna have to seek it out. Or maybe it will seek me out. Whichever it's gonna be, we will have to find out whenever that happens. And I hope you guys stay tuned for that. And as always, if you've enjoyed it, rate it, leave a comment to let me know. And if you want to see more from this channel, be sure to subscribe so you won't miss out in the future. And until the next one, keep it primal, stay cool, and cause unnecessary destruction.